Just when I thought George Santos had topped it all with lies and deceit, now comes the story of the Pretendians. Huh? Okay, whoa, this is an example of unethical activity that ranks up there with bizarre ideas gone wrong. Hi, I'm Chuck Gallagher, and this is Choices and Consequences. And for more like this, hey, subscribe below. But for right now, it appears there is no end to the many ways in which a fraud can manifest itself. I must admit that in my profession as a business ethics speaker and consultant, I thought I had heard them all. But the charge of Pretendians, that's Pretendians, surprised me. Now, this is a term given by several Native American tribal leaders based in Wisconsin and has been used to describe LeClaire, who is accused of pretending to be from a Native group of tribes, but is in reality white. Now, for this story, I'm going to be using a couple of quotes from the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel dated January 11, 2023. And y'all, I got to tell you, this is mystifying. It reminds me of George Santos, but this is not a political story. Okay? If a person such as LeClaire so loved Native culture that she attended events or celebrated culture or even wore a few items of clothing or jewelry, I don't think anybody would have been much bothered. However, as the author of the article described, a Madison Arts leader has come under fire after allegations surfaced online that they fabricated their identity and claimed they were indigenous. What? Okay, it's not important to the discussion to describe other aspects of the art dealer's life, so much as the fraud that was allegedly used for profit. You see, LeClaire's background was found out by an online researcher. She had no choice but to apologize. "I am sorry," LeClaire said in the statement, which did not specify to whom or what the apology was for. LeClaire did not admit to being white or falsely pretending as indigenous. So, what you apologizing for? Okay. Now, before claiming identity as their, they, or them, and long before taking on an indigenous name, the person who was perpetrating this fraud was known in high school as Katie or Catherine. However, as part of the scam, LeClaire secured a 10-month paid residency in the arts at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where outrageously, LeClaire helped students and staff understand the stakes of cultural appropriation for indigenous communities. It was the height of hypocrisy. Allegedly, she got $5,000 for this. In addition, LeClaire served as spokesperson to local media outlets, joined a state task force on missing and murdered indigenous women, participated in some of the task force data subcommittee meetings at the invitation of a task member, and took more money as a presumed Native person from an advocacy group. All the while, the truth of the matter is LeClaire is exclusively of European ancestry. The arts Karen Ann Hoffman, who is a renowned Oneida bead artist who work includes a permanent display at the Chicago Field Museum, stated, "Real damage is done by Pretendians. Opportunity is stolen. Causes are damaged, and communities are shaken. Going forward, I'll be more careful, sadly less inclined to trust without proof." While I can certainly understand Hoffman's pain and hurt in a cultural appropriation sense, as an ethics speaker and consultant, I am more inclined to focus on the fact that LeClaire was not at all afraid to fashion a false identity in order to capitalize on funding that should have gone to indigenous people. It appeared that LeClaire had no trouble taking the money. LeClaire created a fake world, sucked others into that world, and stole their funding for personal gain. Sounds like someone else we know who at this filming is still a member of the United States Congress. Hey, subscribe and like to keep the information flowing.